sorry. sorry. That's why I keep the music loud so that you know what volume I'm gonna come in at. Chat. I've eaten more like square footage of my hair ever since it's grown long than it has been since than I have since it was short. I've had my hair wrap around my ball sack so many times that it starts to form like a tourniquet. And I wondered to myself, like, there's only like a handful of people in the entire world who understand my pain, and that's people who are into heavy metal, weeaboos, fashion models, and the people who transition. So it's like, of those 4 people, okay, those are the only 4 people in society who understand my pain. Chat, I showered today, and I felt something in my asshole. I pull it, it keeps going. It's my own hair. I don't understand how are you supposed to keep it out of your mouth, out of your asshole, off your balls especially? It's painful. Excuse me. Look, ask your partner. They'll tell you that sometimes they find your hair in their asshole, or your hair wrapped around their balls. Okay, it's like it's like your hair is alive and it's saying, "Don't make me pregnant," and it's like trying to do like a tourniquet. It's like, I'll give you a vasectomy. I'll give you a vasectomy. Ah! Hair trapped in the bra is no bueno. Oh, that sounds painful, actually. Wait. Because then, is it trapped inside the strap? Because then, like, every time you breathe, it's like your hair is pulling down. That sounds awful. However, now you've given me an idea. Like, you know how, like, you have the, like dress shirt suspender things to, like, keep them nice and tight? Same thing, but for hair. Same thing, but for hair. And it's like tied to your... And it's like on the back of your bra strap or something, so it keeps your hair down the entire day. From the front, you look immaculate. From the back, you look silly. Welcome to today's stream, everyone. I got some bun bao, so it's kind of hard for me to come back into stream. There's no coffee today, in spite of what you might believe. While I was eating the bun bao and I was rushing more and more, I realized that, wait a minute, I'm kind of like this trope, which is called the, apparently the toast of tardiness trope. 5 stream streak, you lost the other streak, let's go! This one. I was thinking about this like trope of, yeah, toast. So I was thinking of this trope. I was eating some bun bao, and I was thinking about this like trope and the way that they like keep it within their mouth, right? And I was thinking to myself, this isn't gonna work. With like a bao, for instance, that thing's gonna fall apart, okay? With a nice beautiful bao. If you've never had a bao, this is a bao. Bao. Not, god damn it, bao food. I don't give a shit about the movie. I don't give a shit about well, I kind of like the VTuber. They're like cool. This thing, baoji, see that? You put this in your mouth, the bread's gonna slide off, so it's split in half, and the entire thing's gonna fall on the floor, okay? You can't have that happen to your bao. It kind of works with like, you know, the barbecue pork buns, right? Those ones are pretty okay. But like a good bao like this is gonna fall apart because it's just too soft to hold the shape. Also, mod, I've given up on the idea of food. I've given up on the idea of food for the for like meeting the like child. I don't know what to bring. Well, what do you bring me? We need to coordinate. If you bring shoes, I'll bring socks. If you're bringing a shirt, I'll bring pants, okay? We have to coordinate something for this baby. I don't know what to do. If 5 people bring the baby shirts and they have no pants, it's useless. You have to go shopping. You don't know what to do. It's 6 days. In 6 days, we gotta figure out what this baby needs. I don't know what the baby needs. Do you even know how old the baby is? The toast will not stay if you're a tiny corn while running. Yeah, exactly. It's all the same thing. You give up on food. Oh, you can relate. Okay, don't give up just yet. Toast is good. Okay, baos are good. But this, I was trying really hard to finish. I was trying really hard to eat the bao quickly, and then I was thinking to myself, this isn't gonna stay in my mouth if I have to move around, right? But same thing with toast, right? If you ever actually tried this, I tried this once because I'm a weeaboo. I tried this once and I ran around. And then I ran with toast in my mouth, and then what happened was that there's like toast crumbs on the floor everywhere, and so I had to clean it when I got home anyway. So it was kind of a waste. I would rather just sit there, eat the toast, and then go on with my day. Same thing with a sandwich. A sandwich, if it's saucy, has too much like oil on it because the ingredients are probably oily to some degree. So what are you gonna do? You can't just like eat it on the go with your hands, and you can't keep it in your mouth because the ingredients are going to slide out. There's nothing that you can do to eat food on the go, except what's crazy is cup noodles could be the food on the go. I feel like cup noodles is the ultimate on the go food. If it's Japanese pan bread, it will stay, it's denser. Okay, maybe this is a case of thing and then thing in Japan. It's like bread and then bread in Japan, and then they're like bread in Japan is a lot better. Well, speaking of, sorry, I need to get onto the Japan topic. This week there's some specials, okay? We need to buy close to the date so they can return what they receive. You're right! I didn't even think about that. Oh my god. Okay. What if we all go to the same baby store, right? And then, do they have a crib? I guess they have a crib. What do babies need? What do babies need? Sorry. A solid smoked sausage is a good on-the-go food. Okay, I'm not saying that that's not a good on-the-go food, but like, I'm gonna be oily. I'm gonna be very oily, and there's gonna be oils all over my face, and I don't know what to do. I don't know if I want oils all over my face. Oh shit! Diapers are always a good gift. I was thinking about that too, but I was worried, like, cause like a diaper only if you miss your mouth. Okay, you're onto something here. you're onto something here. It's a skill issue. I was thinking about like a diaper too, but I was like, when the babies stop using diapers, right? When babies stop using diapers, because that's when they start to go poop, right? And that's between 18 and 30 months. Yeah. How many diapers does a baby go through per day? At least 2 to 4, right? So even a big box of diapers, which is about $100, would still be good. The problem is I don't know what diaper brand that they have, because like some diaper brands might be bad for their baby, some might not. The sizing is important. I need to ask Sweet Destination. She's been there. I need to send her a message and I need to ask her, hey, show me, did you see the box of diapers? Do you remember what it was? Do you remember what was the color on the box of diapers so I can get them more? Or how about this? I buy them a subscription to a... How about I just give them money, huh? How much is a box of diapers? I'll just give them money, fuck it. You buy your own box of diapers. Walmart. Actually, eBay. What the fuck? Why are there diapers on eBay? What is this? Funko Pop. Funko Bitty Bop. What the fuck is a Bitty Bop Pop? What? Diaper. I like a giant box of diapers. Yeah, Sacramento. Yeah. Now I'm in Sacramento. If my stream dies, it's because the American government shut me down for streaming from Canada. Okay. Actually, that's not that bad. Maybe I'll just throw him like $100. I'll just throw him like $100 and then be like, here, it's for your baby. Have fun. It's for your child. Go. Have fun. Because why buy a gift when you can just give them money and then they can still use stuff? I was wait. Do I still have the green screen up? It's glitching. Wait, is it? Wait, what? It's glitching. Wait, how's it glitching? Wait. Walmart. How come I can't go back to the tab? What is wrong with Firefox? Like, Firefox is genuinely broken or something, because you can't go back to the tab that you just closed. Oh shit. Oh shit, it is. The background image is diapers. Oh, yeah, I do. Sorry. I forgot that from me. It's like all, it's all like freaking out. Yeah, that's good. Okay, maybe I'll do some money. Maybe I'll just give them money. Parents love money. Parents love money because they never have enough money. And that money can be used towards anything. Whether it's their diapers or their food. Like, because baby food costs a lot too. But like, everything about a baby is so particular to what they need and want. You know what? I'm gonna give up. I'm just gonna throw them like $100, and then I'll just be like, treat your baby. Get them like a diaper and like a toy or something. Buy them a diaper. Buy them like it's like a slop food. It's like that baby slop food, and you're good to go. Okay. Speaking of Japan, sorry, very important topic here. At some point in the future, my family is gonna go to Japan, and I don't know for how long, but they wanted me to translate for them. As you can probably tell, I'm not Japanese, nor do I have any mastery of the Japanese language. I know maybe like a handful of phrases, like Ohayo gozaimashita, arigato, and then nakadashi, right? That's about it, okay? That's all I really know. And I don't think any of those are appropriate for any circumstance within Japan. So for this entire week, we're going to play games to help me learn Japanese, because I don't know when this trip is happening, but I do know that it's going to happen sometime this year. So we're going to have to go through like a Japanese rundown of like how to learn Japanese. I had this idea in mind a long time ago. I was meaning to do this at some point, but my personal plan to go to Japan kept getting pushed back, so I never bothered. But now that it's here, it's time for me to go right into it, and I hope that you enjoy it at some point during this week. Baka is also a good one. Baka is also a good one. But again, there is nothing socially acceptable, okay? There is nothing socially acceptable to say within Japan. Phrases I can say in Japan. Don't really need to know the language of staying in the Tokyo area. A lot is still in English. Well, yeah, but like, Japan's getting more racist, right? So, sorry. The context. Okay, so let me explain my thought process here, okay? As far as I can tell, the right-wing government is starting to gain power in Japan, and they hate Southeast Asians. And I need to remind you, I'm Vietnamese, and Vietnam is in Southeast Asia. Okay? There's a lot of Vietnamese in Japan, but the problem is that if I don't speak Japanese like those Vietnamese, they're gonna look down on me, okay? So I do need to preempt the little bit of racism, because I don't want my near 70-year-old parents to deal with Japanese police, because it's not gonna happen. Like, they aren't gonna survive. Gomennasai gaikokujin desu. What is that? What did you just make me say? Gomennasai gaikokujin desu. How to say sorry? Gomennasai gaikokujin desu. Oh wait, is a gaikokujin? Is a gaijin? Is it like gaijin? I'm a dirty foreigner, right? Is that it? Please give me a phrase that a racist Japanese person would say to another person that they hate, okay? That way I know how to refer to myself to disarm them. Because like, wait a minute, you know how I view you. Ah, you know what? You're not like the others. No, it's because I'm Canadian. That's true. I would show up, and they would, if I show up, they would be like, oh, wait a minute, it's the Canadians, get them out of here. Yeah, true. They're only allied with America, but not Canada. But yeah, at some point during this week, we're going to be doing some Japanese learning stuff, as well as on to the next week as well. In fact, I'll give you the schedule for it today. Also, hello everyone. Today is no horror day. I decided on no horror. I'm not in the mood. I have some energy, but not enough energy to be scared, okay? You need a certain amount of energy to be freaked out and to be thinking about things. But I do want to finish Camelot 10,000C. Coward. You don't want to see me be monotone playing a horror game. It doesn't work. I'm going to fall asleep. Also, I need to sneeze. What if you do? You can see that on the OnlyFans. No, I'm just kidding. Subscribe to my Patreon, and you can see more of monotone content. We are gonna do some actual fun stuff. I mean, I'm actually still really excited to finish Camelot 10,000 CE. I just haven't had the time to like go and do it, but we will do it soon, okay? But that was the plan for today. Instead, today we're gonna be doing something else. Instead, we're gonna be doing some Motor Slice, because I've been waiting to finish that up as well. While I was playing some Motor Slice, I did find some cool things. I like how you said hello twice, but every time you said hello, you don't use the emotes. You use the word, and so the bot gets angry at you. When chat, we have to get Yuki 7TV. We have to. Somebody please get them 7TV, please. Somebody get them Franker Face Zed or like 7TV. We have to get them something, okay? Hello, please stop. It's triggering the bot. Look, now the bots are fighting. Do you feel happy? They're brothers and sisters, and now they're fighting. You have in your PC. Oh, you have it. So you already have. Okay, maybe it's fine then. It's good now. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. It's Motor Slice. Then tomorrow we're gonna be doing Team Fight Manager 2. Again, I need to remind all of you. Please send your profile pictures. I do actually need these ahead of time, because I'm not gonna make something that can I don't want to do something that can dynamically load images, because that's too hard, okay? So send your profile pictures that you want to use within the game, and you will be my team members. Right now, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 people who I can make join my team. If you don't send a profile picture, I'm going to choose the worst possible photo for you. The worst possible photo. And so it's like, oh, this is what you look like, okay? That's gonna be representative of you for multiple game sessions. Think about that, okay? You don't want me to be the one to choose for you because you don't want to see what I've got in store for you. The revelation that Yuki had with those long words are emotes. Yeah, true. It's like campfire one, yeah. But yeah, send it in. Tomorrow is that. Today was gonna be a train game, but that train game is currently. I think it's releasing tonight because it's in Japan. So I think the developer is releasing it tonight. But today. And the reason why the music is so crazy today and so high energy is because it's fitting for what we're going to be watching today. It's a trailer. It's a trailer for a very important game that I've been waiting for a very long time. And this game, I've been waiting for it ever since it was announced in like maybe... apparently, Magnate said since 2024, which is very surprising to me because I don't have any recollection of what I was doing in 2024. First... this is the train game. You have to do the watermark today then. You do. Today is your final day. First, this is the train game, okay? I'm going to play this sometime this week too because it's actually kind of sick. This is the only train game that I've ever seen that has actual 3D modeled exteriors. Every other train game doesn't 3D model the exterior. It just uses like an image. It's like a JPEG 360 image. But this, no, it looks real, right? Because this is made by somebody who loves trains, who like they literally copied the entire vista, and these are real train stations. These are real trains that run in Japan, real train stations, and you actually go. Look at that, that's sick. There's nothing to it besides driving a train, but that's sick. If anything, I'm gonna like try to crash it. Plot twist, you're remotely controlling a real train and it crashes. It's like 27 dead. Train enthusiasts are wild. They have a certain love for the game that I really appreciate. Because like think about it, right? If they didn't love the game, who would? Somebody has to. Somebody out there has to care about and love the small details that you don't want to have to deal with. That's the thing that I've always thought about, okay? If you think your trash bins are trash, but you won't make a design and submit it as a proposal in a local council meeting, then you're the problem. If you think that your trash bins keep getting broken into by wildlife, but you're not willing to like put the plan out and the proposal and try to find a new material to make it cheaper, you're a part of the problem. There is one person who is the entire purpose in life, who loves this, whose entire enjoyment in life is figuring out how your trash bin's supposed to be like. Same goes with your toilet, same goes with your plumbing, same goes with your graphics cards, right? Think about it. The engineers at NVIDIA and the train engineer are technically the exact same person. They're both otakus in their own way. We just respect one, but not the other. Okay? We just respect one, but not the other. But this is what I'm talking about. See? This is you get to step into the shoes of somebody who is an otaku for trains. Sorry, that was just my like rant about it's my rant about weeaboos. But yeah, this game actually does look sick. So I'm excited for this. It's sometime this week or next week, I'm not really sure, but it's releasing in 10 hours. So if you do want to play it, like look at this. There's even a nighttime mode. That's sick. That is the sickest thing ever. Look at that. You get to go inside of like a tunnel. Wow. And again, other games that we played like this, the problem with those games is that they touted a certain realism. But if you actually look here, that's all 3D modeled, okay? The other games that we played, none of the exterior was 3D modeled. All of this is a 3D model. All of this is 3D modeled. It actually has lighting, like it actually reacts to your things. The one that we played before was a series of JPEG images that would just keep flashing, and if you slowed down, the slideshow would stop. Except it's very pretty, except train sounds make you sleepy, so sleep stream for you. Okay, I'll put you to bed. Night. Is there a feature where you can isekai someone? I was thinking about that too. I was like, I wonder, because like I've heard about like in Japan people jump on the tracks a lot, so I'm like, maybe they included that for realism too. You know what I mean? Because it'd be a shame if they didn't. But no, sadly, this is a safe for work a game stream. Though maybe you could mod it, depending on the engine. You could mod in people who jump on the tracks, and it's like you have to stop. Because look, there's an HP bar. There's an HP bar. This implies that there's a boss battle, and the boss battle is the salaryman who has just entered your tracks, right? Go faster to kill them in one shot. Some stations have large doors around the trains, preventing jumping. Yes. And what's funny is that here in my city, they made a new train line and they tried to do a similar thing, but they only had like 5 poles, and so it didn't really work. It's like literally like 5 yellow concrete poles that are all concentrated on one single stop, so people can fall onto the tracks anywhere else. It's a really stupid system. They only kind of barely worked with like safety. But that's not what I wanted to show you. Okay? First, I want to talk to you about Brian Johnson talking about his wife's #1 pussy. This is her vaginal microbiome report. For context, Brian Johnson is that billionaire who is taking blood from his son to try to be immortal, and who married somebody, and he tweeted this after he ate her out. He was like, I like. What he tweeted was, it was a series of tweets. It was like, I just ate my wife out, and then he did this vaginal microbiome report. 100 out of 100 score, top 1% of all vaginas. Her sample is dominated by the single most protective bacteria species a vagina can host, Lactobacillus crispus. Okay, only about 25 to 30%. So it just keeps on going on, and he says that his wife is at 98.7%. Most women are only barely above 50%. Literally, the best pussy that you've ever seen in your entire life belongs to his wife. Can you imagine the flavors that he tasted that night? You've seen this guy's tweets. Second, I need to show you a game that I've been waiting for a very long time. Chat, this might be peak. This might be the best game that you've ever seen. I'm just messing around. What is he making this assumption after tasting, or did he send a sample in? So as far as I can tell, he actually did send a sample in. And it's either he sent a sample in or he made his own sample, but he must have done it while he was doing it. And it's like, honey, you taste particularly delectable today. Are you curious to know the genetic and the biochemical composition of your vagina? It's like, yes, dear, I'd love that. And then he swabs her with his thumb, or he swabs her with his tongue and spits on the petri dish, right, and then sends it into the lab. This is the game that I've been waiting for. It's been playing a bit off the side. 45 Parabellum Bloodhound. I didn't realize that they posted the trailer for like 1 month ago. I didn't realize that they had a second trailer. I've been waiting for this game. This is a game that I have posted about since 2024. Made by the creators of Valhalla. It's so sick. Look at this. Oh, it's so sick. And now you know why I chose the song for today. Look at that. It's like Parasite Eve gameplay. It's like Parasite Eve. I've been waiting for this. For years, chat, for years. They announced this like 3 or 4 years ago now. And it's coming out sometime this year. I've been waiting for this for years. I knew this was going to be amazing. And look at this. Actual plot. How long has it been since the revolution crumbled? We went from the highest peak to the deepest pit, and when you're down there, the dark eats you alive. It crushes your spirits. That's such a weird storyline. Shit that should be easy to do becomes insurmountable. Look at this story. I think the first trailer barely had any story, but this one actually has some hint of what they're trying to go with in the story, and I love the framing of this. Like, there's so much to talk about here. But just like, let the emotions enter you. Let all this feeling enter you. Oh, it's so good. And then right at the very end, one of the best ways to announce when this game is gonna come out, because they're still not sure, that keeps in line with all the visuals of the entire trailer and seemingly the entire game, it flips between summer and fall. Because they have no fucking clue. They have no clue. How Japan finally made it impossible to make babies. Why does she have such massive breasts? Sorry for entering the train talk late. You were in the kitchen. That's okay. I've already forgotten your link. Please, again, to anyone posting links in the chat, post it in the Discord if you don't want it to be lost. This trailer has so many different elements that I really enjoy about it, okay? And even their first trailer was really good, but I think this trailer took it up an entire notch, okay? Every single frame in this is like a painting. It's actually very impressive. You even see different references to like different games too. Like for instance, here you see the Silent Hill James thing, like him looking into the mirror, trying to see what's like going on. You have all of this text that sort of appears, that's sort of overlaid on top of the frames themselves. Her sitting on the rooftop that looks so similar to, especially the Ghost in the Shell scene when she's looking out the window, right? When all you see is is the silhouette of her frame, of her shell, aka it's just an image of her, but it's not really her. You know what I mean? Like, what is going on here? Then you have this like weird image where she's walking around. It's like very quick sort of like flashes of life in these different sceneries, of different menus and this UI of this somebody saying someone police documents, a crackdown on this place. There's so much stuff going on. There's even little things like sigils and stuff that you would usually only see within more occult games, right? So it's this weird mix actually of technology, but also the occult in a way that they're trying to do. Or maybe it's just in the way that like organizations within the real world sort of use these symbols to like put on their calling cards. And it's and the intro's just full of it. It's such a good trailer because it tells you everything that you need about the game in one go. You know what the story is going to be like. You know what the vibes are going to be like. And then it gives you like a real actual gameplay with all these beautiful scenes too. And the camera work is actually very impressive too. And then the gameplay, it's just like Parasite Eve in a way. Like, and I don't know how to say this. I felt like Parasite Eve was a really good JRPG. I don't know why, but for a long time, Final Fantasy was like the best JRPG. And then for some reason, everyone forgot that Parasite Eve existed. And then everybody kept on making more and more Final Fantasy likes. But every single time I think about like a Final Fantasy game, I think to myself, it's the worst game in the entire world because Final Fantasy X is like peak. It's like peak vibes and the storytelling and the lore and the setting is really really good, but the gameplay is so dog shit. Like you literally can't do anything. Final Fantasy 12 gets really close to understanding what makes it fun, okay, and then Final Fantasy 13 went back to like some of the shitty system. And then they never got back to it ever again. And then they decided to go with Final Fantasy 7 Remake in 15 with the real-time action combat. So it's like, you never got the Final Fantasy games. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's because it's too slow and like too slow-paced. But this, you actually have to move around. You have to like bait the enemy's attacks. Like, you actually have to deal with your positioning. There's a lot of things that the Parasite Eve model does so much better than like a baseline JRPG turn-based system. And I like this idea too of them aiming their things at you and you can sort of see where someone is. Maybe you could use that to like get them to like shoot them too. Like there's so much possibilities of like what this game is, right? And I'm so glad that they went for it. Because you can even see it here. This part I was impressed that they leaned into it. See that? Real time, it's like playing an Undertale game. You have to dodge all those balls, right? Newer FF gameplay is okay, it's better only because before it was so bad, but I feel like newer Final Fantasy gameplay is not Final Fantasy anymore. Not to say that like it's like bad Final Fantasy, but I was like, I wanted like a better turn-based system. I didn't necessarily want like real-time combat, if that makes sense. Because I thought to myself, like, if you could like take a moment to pause to deal with things tactically, I thought it was great. I think Final Fantasy 7 Remake was the better one. However, what I've seen of like the other Final Fantasy one, the Final Fantasy 16 or something, or like 15, the one where you're like that dude, the dude who has Ifrit, and you're in like a medieval place. What I've seen of it is that it seems to be like all real time, and you have like certain things that you can press to make it like cast things, but it's not like a turn-based thing anymore. Whereas like Final Fantasy 7, it still kind of kept the like turn-based nature of it, but it still leaned away heavily from it. So there was no real decision making kind of. It was sort of like, it was just like Twitch gameplay But even when I was playing the first one, I was like, like there weren't very many like difficult combat situations because it felt like the enemies were fighting in turn-based while you were fighting in the real time. It was a weird game. This mogs that, okay? And then this. This is such a cool introduction to what the core storyline is because it's so simple yet so effective at giving you a taste of the complexity of the story without outright spoiling it, right? Because how long has it been since the revolution crumbled? A decade, right? We went from the highest peak to the deepest pit, and when you're down there, the dark eats you alive. It crushes your spirit. And look at where they are. Chat, this person is just in their home. Or like in a restaurant or something. I don't know. But they can't be in a restaurant because the stove is over here. This would make no sense. They're just in somebody's like front home. This is somebody's home. This is their, like a door to their backyard. They have pictures of their family. It's a nice book. It's a nice shelf with like vases and like a bookcase and like a beautiful wallpaper that's like seemingly well maintained. It's like it's a juxtaposition from somebody thinking about those glory days when they used to live on the edge of glory and riding on the high of every moment potentially being their last to living what is effectively a normal life. Like this last part alone, I was like, holy shit. This last part alone makes me realize that they still have the sauce for writing game stories. Because Valhalla had a really good game story, but this one is like, I can't wait to see what this is. Because this is the kind of thing that you hear about from revolutionaries, right? I know people who have told me this, and they have told me they were like, yeah, when we were fighting for our life and we were trying to change things, like it was fun and exciting, and then when we stopped, it's been very boring since. And they still chase that high. It's even though their life is, for all intents and purposes, amazing, they can't seem to forget those moments because in a way they've lost their purpose because their entire psyche was sort of like subsumed and transformed into one that is strictly for the purpose, right? Whatever this purpose is, right? It's sort of like, it's fascinating to like see that element come into like a game story because I don't know how to say this. Games, there's a lot of war games out there, but a lot of war games fail to really, really nail what makes it such an interesting and a terrible place, right? There's so much glorification of war, where even like Medal of Honor, you are the hero pushing through enemy lines, you're storming the beach, you're taking down the like turrets, you're hiding inside the like town, you are always the hero. But there's never the aftermath. There's never the long-lasting scars. There's never the pain that like stays with you, and there's never that like sense of like foreboding that comes with all of that because you know that you can never escape it, and it feels like at some point it's always going to rear its ugly head back into you, right? And then on top of that, this isn't even your character. I was like, oh shit, this isn't even your character. This is a person who is here that you are talking to, that you're dealing with, and they're talking about this pain that they're suffering. This like, see, shit that should be easy to do becomes insurmountable because you're just not used to it. This is a whole different life now. It doesn't make any sense. That they've lost people within their lives, that like life is slipping through, and yet they're living in this place that looks perfectly normal and nice. And that's why they took this job. To them, this is just a job. They need to prove themselves that they're not just dead weight, but like what's the job? And then it's like they're talking about this like paradise, but that's not you. You're the other person, or like maybe you're them. We don't really know. Like we're somebody, but it's like, what is going on, and what is the impact of this that like this character is talking about on the world around them? We have no clue. That's a really good storyline, and I'm actually very excited to see how it's going to play out fully. Their first trailer was also really good. This is their first one, but you can tell it's much more bare bones than the second one that they eventually ended up with, which I think. It was a good idea for them to go back to really tune the visual style of it. This one's much more clear about what's going on, but I think because of that clarity, you lack, like, it's weird how it's both clear and it's also not really impactful. Like, it's like, you can see that the gameplay is kind of the same, but it doesn't really show you what the gameplay is. It just shows you snippets of things being swung, and it doesn't really tell you what it is, really. Whereas the second one, you really get to see how you're supposed to play it out. And you get hints of story here and there, but like the hints of story that you see have no real substance to them. Like there's no hook to pull you in. It's like I don't know what I don't know how they found the sauce, but they found the sauce. There's no story to hook you in. There's no telling what's going on. It looks cool. The gameplay looks cool, but it's like I don't know what the gameplay really is from this first one. No, the story. And then they found the sauce, and I don't know how they went from that to this. But this second trailer, immediately better all the way through, hands down. Really, probably one of the better trailers that I've seen because it gives you everything. Gives you everything. The visual design, the sound design, the like music, the style that it's going for, the type of storytelling that it's trying to do, the perspective that you're playing from, and then even the story itself. This like weird hook that like brings you in, and it's like, what are they talking about? Who is this person? And yet they use something that is both so rarely seen within games, and also something that like we know we can relate to because there's analogs to it within history. That you can immediately place yourself within that mindset if you have even like a modicum of the ability to like empathize and imagine. Oh, it's so fucking good. And what's crazy is that their YouTube channel is like dead. I mean, to be fair, the company's gone through like a lot. I think the creator of Valhalla passed away, so like the rest of the team has been chugging along with this game. And their stuff before was specifically to announce Valhalla. But then I found this. I don't know what this is, but it's like apparently they had this like start intro screen for like an anime girl, and then they played baseball or something. So it's like I don't really know what to expect there. If I had this as my start intro, I think all of you would go crazy for this. I might be a top streamer at some point, right? But the problem is that I'm not cool enough. That's why these games are so cool. It's cooler people making cooler things for uncool people like me. You miss games like Mass Effect, Dragon Age Origins and Pillars of Eternity and Path of the Righteous. They're still alive. They're still there. But like even those games, I tend to find that like their like depiction of this stuff can be very, very, very stale. It's like, how do I say it? It's like the difference between reading like what's that book again? 1,000 Sunflowers? 1,000 Sunflowers or something? It's like reading 1,000 Splendid Suns versus playing Mass Effect. You know what I mean? It's like both are kind of talking about this similar thing of like a society that's like rotten, but also like a war that is starting to start, and then like your world is like starting to become sort of like warped by this situation. But like the quality in 1,000 Splendid Suns is like way higher than whatever Mass Effect could have been, right? However, I do agree that they're fun games. So it's like, but even then, it's like I don't think to myself like, oh, this game is like that. I think to myself that like this game is very, very different. At least in my mind, it seems like it's really touching upon something that I think is going to be a very interesting topic if they can pull it off well. But that hint alone and that dialogue was enough for me to understand that I think they understand sort of what is going on. This is such a weird stream intro, chat. This is such a funny stream intro. Chat, the stream intro stays here for so long, and it's just them throwing baseballs over and over. What is this anime? Why does the guy suck at baseball? Chat, this guy sucks at baseball. Look, he's misses. You play them so much that you need new games like that. They got played too much. Yeah, okay, what? Yeah, that I get. Yeah, that I get. Ooh, what do you mean? You know what? And there's a lot of stuff in the indie scene. So yeah, I'm curious to see how those genres will go. Yeah, I'm excited for this. Ignoring those genres because I don't actually like. It's not really the same genre. It's like I'm curious to see how this game will go. Not this game. I was saying. I think this was when they were making Valhalla. Yeah, and then I think they were streaming making the art for the game, which is very interesting. Actually, this whole idea is crazy. What? Mikunopolis in Los Angeles. This is like that's an insane stream if you think about it. You know what I mean? And to think that like this was 11 years ago. I remember playing this years ago. I was like, oh shit, it's been so long. Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on them for a very long time. This game it's coming out sometime summer and fall. I posted this like 2 or 3 years ago within the like Discord channel, so I'm excited to see when it's going to finally come out. There's a lot of indie games that I've posted in this Discord channel that have been like slowly building up over time. They're slowly being developed, slowly. Again, making games is hard, okay? Like it just takes time, okay? But like I'm excited to know that like now is the time when more and more of them are coming out, and we get to see so many of these things that we've been waiting for so long that we're just finally we get to see them. You know what I mean? It's like yes, these things I've been waiting for so long. The problem is I don't remember a single one. So I need to go back through all of my posts to figure out where they all are to be able to go and find them. What is this?
You have to spend money to make money.
Why did I post this? Anyways, yeah, you have to
You have to spend money to make money.
Coop. Someone posted here. Okay, wrong place, but sure.
You have to spend money.
We're gonna move on to
money.
games now. We're gonna play some Modal Slice, okay, chat? We're gonna play some Modal Slice, and we're gonna see how far we can get in this game. I've got a lot of things to show you because like there's a lot of really weird things that I found. Worst feeling is going back to a game you really enjoyed, not played for a few years, and you get so disappointed. Yes, yes, I hate that feeling too. But it's also like it's like because it's like two things, right? One, it's not nearly as good as you remembered. Two, you're burnt out on it. So it's like a double whammy of like you've experienced it. It's not the same. You were dying with the Japanese man yelling in the tunnel. Oh, the sucks. That guy, yeah, that guy's good. It's his intro is so good. The intro to this is so good. It is the best voice I think I've ever heard in my life. Can we hear it again? Listen to it. It's the way that he starts out. It's like an anime. It's so good. It's like it's the way that he goes up in 3 steps. Oh no, in 4 steps. Sex! It's so good. The fashion. I have to go. Tomorrow is Teamfight Manager 2. I'm pretty sure it's releasing during the day, and if not, it's the day after. I don't really know. Either way, I have a backup in case it doesn't happen. We're going to play the train game if it doesn't happen in time, because it's hard to tell based on the time that it has when it will release. But it seems like it will be in the afternoon tomorrow, so it'll be on the 26th. Again, please get your thingamabobs in place, your profile pictures. And if you do get that game, actually, and you make your own team, we can actually play with each other because you can actually send your team to face mine. And apparently there's a multiplayer thing, so I'm curious to see how that goes. Never ever try to break games. Play games the way that the developer intends you to do. And this, hopefully, because this has one more day, I can finish this thing for the Teamfight Manager thing. Hopefully you enjoy the comeback of a very familiar face. Bye everyone.